Hey you guys, good morning. Welcome to yet another vlog. I have a feeling that most of my videos this year, at least for the next little while, are going to be vlogs. I wanted to make a video about the books that I read last year and maybe highlighting some of my top reads, etc. But those types of books just take too much brain power and too much time to film and edit, and I just can't right now. And part of the reason why I can't is that I'm literally burning to just sit down and use this entire Saturday for master's research. I have never been so excited to actually sit down and do academic research and writing. I mean, it's something that's been a part of my life for the longest time, but it doesn't always produce joy. And in fact, for most of my master's degree, it hasn't produced joy. But now that I'm finally writing my dissertation and I've met with my supervisor and I've gotten the go-ahead with my topic and my research question, and I'm digging into the materials and I'm digging into something that I'm so genuinely passionate about and so interested in that this is fun. You know, I got home from a long day of teaching yesterday and I just immediately sat down and did several hours of research reading George MacDonald's biography, and that was time well spent and it was awesome. And now it's Saturday morning and that's what I want to do with my day rather than film a book video. So I hope that that's okay. I mean, the pressure is always sort of there for me to make YouTube videos, make better quality videos, make more thoughtful sit-down type videos talking about books and literature. But the point I'm at in life, I don't think is going to allow me to do that as often, because vlogs are a lot easier to throw together, to just film little snippets and sections of my life throughout the week, and people do seem to enjoy those. So I want to, I guess, keep you guys included and updated on my literary life and the things that I'm reading and my studies, and I think the most sustainable way for me to do that at this point is just to film vlogs. So all that to say, if you're here and you're watching this, thank you for being here and watching this, even though it's been just a lot of vlogs recently, and I hope that's okay. And if you have any ideas of the types of videos that you want to see or ways that I can improve my vlogs, feel free to let me know and I will take those into consideration, and I appreciate that. Anyways, I'm going to take my coffee and go do some research on the Victorians. Okay, I'm about to read a chapter from Hilary Fraser's Beauty and Belief, Aesthetics and Religion in Victorian Literature, and this chapter is on criticism, and specifically the criticism of John Ruskin and Matthew Arnold. These are the two key thinkers that I'm hoping to put in conversation with MacDonald in his context, so this is going to be interesting.
Some of are kind of rough, though.
Okay, so what's the damage that you did today, Zach?
I got some books.
Which books are these?
The Complete Waverley series by Sir Walter Scott.
Wow. Can you show the insides of one of them?
Yeah.
And tell me all the titles. What's all in the Waverley series?
So the Waverley series, they're named after the first book in the series called Waverley, and they're primarily about the different Scottish uprisings in the mid-1600s to end of the 1700s. But there's a couple other, like Ivanhoe. There's a couple that break the rules of that, but primarily that's what he's writing on.
So what are all the titles? Was Waverley the first one written then?
Yeah, so Waverley was the first one written. Some of the bigger ones are obviously Ivanhoe, people will recognize. Kenilworth is pretty big. Rob Roy. My new favorite, Old Mortality, phenomenal. And then another big one in its time, Quentin Durward, a French, a book about Paris. That's pretty big. Was popular at the time, less so now.
The Surgeon's Daughter?
Yeah, haven't read that one. Not necessarily one of his more popular ones.
The Fair Maid of Perth?
Yep.
Heart of Midlothian?
Midlothian, that's
Midlothian?
Sorry, the Heart of Midlothian, considered his greatest.
The Fortunes of Night?
Of Nigel.
Of Nigel, okay. A little bit broken on the spine here.
Yeah.
Bride of Lammermoor, Red Gauntlet, Kenilworth, you said that.
Red Gauntlet, really good, because it's written in a super interesting way, where it's just letters.
Anne of Geierstein?
Yeah, that's...
Pirate.
That's a Swiss novel, so based in Switzerland. The Pirate, I'm pretty sure it's still Scottish, based in Scotland, dealing with the lucrative smuggling trading that was going on, that was getting around the taxes.
Count Robert of Paris, St. Ronan's Well, the Monastery, or the Monastery, the Betrothed, the Talisman. Sounds cool.
Yeah, so...
The Antiquary, yay.
But it's its complete collection, which is really cool.
So 24, you said?
Yeah.
And they all have little
There's some artwork in them.
In them.
They all come with a little.
It's like Bible thin paper too.
Yeah.
Quite thin, considering how thick some of your other editions are.
Yeah. The text is all like
But the text isn't that small.
The text isn't small, but it's also like completely legible. I have another one that's older, and it's got like it's kind of hard to read sometimes because it's blotched. Yeah.
Oh.
It's faded in certain spots.
The Legend of Montrose, The Abbot, Woodstock, Guy Mannering, Peveril of the Peak.
Yeah, I don't know. And then when it says ... there's a second book in there, so it's multiple.
Oh.
So Surgeon's Daughter also includes another.
Yeah, it says etc.
Yeah. What else is in here? Castle Dangerous.
Oh.
It's funny because like the ones, they're lesser known of his works or less popular of his works because they're like a better quality.
Yeah, it's true. You can almost
and the ones
see which
that are
ones have
like
been read the most.
Really good. So I bought it from her. She had it for 16 years.
And it was an older lady?
Yeah.
And where did they come from before that?
I didn't ask her. I should have.
Okay. Where are we going to put them is the question.
I don't know. You could probably display them in a bunch of cool ways.
Yeah, but we just don't have any more space anywhere.
When I get my own bookshelf.
Yeah. When we buy a bigger house one day. We'll find somewhere.
Oh yeah.
We'll make it happen.
Yeah.
We remove the mugs and the tea kettle up there. And I mean, we could even shift some of this other stuff. But they would look good up there on the top level because they are thin.
Go straight up and down, or would you stack them?
Well, we'll have to see how they fit. I'll take those down, hun, and then you can try. Are you satisfied with that? Does that look okay?
Yeah.
Looks pretty good. As long as it doesn't come falling down. Like that mug it's a bit precarious, but should be okay. This is my coat. Zach thinks I look really cool in it. Okay, I'm taking a little brain break from the research because, man, is Ruskin's aesthetic theory complex. Anyways, yesterday was my dad's 50th. We gave him Jayber Crow by Wendell Berry and then Walter Isaacson's biography of Benjamin Franklin, and he loved them. It was great. I think those two books were the perfect choice for him. Even my grandparents were really interested in Jayber Crow, so I may have started a Wendell Berry revolution in my family. We'll see. What I want to do right now is read some of George MacDonald's poetry from Diary of an Old Soul. I believe there's one poem for every day of the year, and it's currently January 10, so I'm 10 poems behind. So I think I'm going to take some time to catch up on his poetry here. If you keep watching my videos this year, I'm sure you're going to detect a theme, which is that I'm reading basically all of George MacDonald's writings. I finished Lilith recently and a few of his other fictional novels. I'm working my way through Fantasties again. And then of course I'm reading his sermons and his essays for my master's dissertation. So I'm very much just trying to get to know this man and to see into his soul and to enjoy the fruits of his imagination. So okay, these poems are very beautiful. I love the one from January 3rd, which I'll read for you. Sometimes I wake, and lo, I have forgot, and drifted out upon an ebbing sea. My soul that was at rest now resteth not, for I am with myself and not with thee. Truth seems a blind moon and a glaring morn, where nothing is but a sick heart vanity. O thou that knowest, save thy child forlorn. In all of these poems, George MacDonald is very much wrestling with God, calling out to God, asking God, where are you? Asking God to fill him again, to enter his spirit and his imagination, and to work through his spirit and imagination. This is the poem for January 10. When I no more can stir my soul to move, and life is but the ashes of a fire, when I can but remember that my heart once used to live and love, long and aspire, O be thou then the first, the one thou art. Be thou the calling before all answering love, and in me wake hope, fear, boundless desire. guys, this vlog has been probably not the most exciting for you guys, and I'm sorry about that. It's just not the most vloggable week. I've been doing a ton of work prepping for my best friend's bachelorette, which I planned for this coming weekend. And then it's just been really busy at school with prepping students for exams and all the things. I did get started on Henry VI, the first part, and I didn't realize Joan of Arc was going to feature, so that was kind of a neat surprise. And I have been doing a lot of really good work on my master's dissertation already. I've actually started writing a chapter, a synthesis chapter, exploring George MacDonald's thought on imagination in literature. Because if I'm just like researching and collecting information, that's not the best way for me to process what I'm studying. I need to actually write it, put it in my own words, and actually feel like I'm producing something to really feel like I have a good understanding and a grasp. So that's why I've started writing, even though it's very early stages. And again, it's just a draft, but it feels good to actually be making something out of all the research that I've already been doing. And so that's what I'm going to do for the rest of the afternoon. Good morning. Today is a snow day. A lot of snow came down last night and it's going to keep snowing until noon. So school got canceled, which is perfect. And it's fine because most of my classes today were going to be study periods for exams coming up. And so the students can do that at home. I feel really good about having a day off. So I just made my coffee. I'm going to spend most of the day working on my dissertation and just enjoying a slow pace and trying to get ahead on my homework and finish up a few last planning details for the bachelorette. Then I'm good to go. Also, the Nespresso machine that Zach and I were gifted by his work this Christmas has changed my life. Having an espresso, dark roast, espresso type coffee in the morning is just chef's kiss. It's perfect, and it's actually kind of hard to drink K-cups now, Keurig, because it just doesn't taste the same. It just doesn't taste as good. Anyways, I'm gonna go enjoy this. I don't think I've mentioned this yet, but at the end of January, I'm teaching a mini class on Norse mythology. Actually, more Norse mythology, but also Norse cosmology. I'm going to be leading students in myth mapping, which I'm still trying to figure out exactly what that's going to look like, but they're all going to get a big piece of paper that they're going to turn into a map of the Norse cosmology of Yggdrasil and the 9 worlds, and find a way to include the gods and some of their stories in this myth map. So they'll be producing a creative piece over this 2-day course as they learn about the cosmology and mythology, as I read them stories and show them the literature and that kind of thing. So I'm still figuring out how to do it all, but I'm pretty excited. I think it'll be a really fun extracurricular thing that's happening between our 2 terms as our terms are switching around. We're doing this thing called Jan Term. Students get to, again, pick just from a bunch of electives that aren't part of the curriculum for that year, and over 2 days they get to take some of these electives just for fun, for interest's sake. So I am looking forward to it. It should be fun. I'm literally having the best day ever. This is great. Love snow days. Alrighty, I think this is where I'm going to end this video. Thank you so much for being here and for supporting me and for putting up with my channel. Again, I'm really not sure what my YouTube presence is going to look like in the next little while, just with life circumstances right now, but I hope to post at least once a week still and try to be as consistent as I can. Please do let me know if there's anything specific that you'd like to see from me, or if you are content with these sort of weekly vlogs where I just chat about some of the things that I get up to and share some of the things that I read, because that will be very helpful for me. Again, I just really appreciate those of you who watch all of my videos and support me this way, so thank you. Please leave this video a like, comment down below, hype it up if you really enjoyed it. That helps me out a lot, and I will see you again very soon.